We have. Hello, hello. Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A. Yeah, there's some comments to it. So I think they're just the plain ones without the just the plain. Yep. Yep. I do too. Yeah. Just getting used to him. He's he's more. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go over there, but I'm not doing the actual. It's too early. I'd have to get up at 5 a.m. and it's just too early. Right before. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't. I mean, I ain't gonna go 2 days, so I have it going on a Sunday. I heard that's when they have the paratroopers and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not gonna do because you used to do Tuesday, Wednesday too, right? It's a lot. The prices went up. I can't believe how much a single ticket is for Home Farm. 75. If you can get us tickets, then Ronnie can get us wristbands for the Palmer hospitality. Yeah. And we want Saturday. We don't want to go on Sunday. Yeah. Yeah.
I can take the vest for
Two
you so you don't
minimum.
have to
If
bring
you
it back.
get
Hmm?
four,
I
that
can
would be
take the
great.
vest
Because
for you so you don't have to bring it back.
yeah, because Marcus wants to go meet
One less thing to do.
Tara and Jose.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, because then Tara can get wristbands from Ronnie,
Where'd
who's with
Carl
Nancy,
go?
and he gives us to the Palmer Pavilion.
Spencer, can you take this to Carl, please? Thank you.
When is that one? January. If I can, I think Marcus will go. January
Okay,
just
we all
gets
work
kind of
like
busy
that.
with big ones. But yeah, no, Jose, Tara, myself, and Marcus want to go on the Saturday. But then Ronnie can hook us up. He can't get us tickets and wristbands, but he can get us wristbands. Then we can go to hospitality. Yeah, he can get us Palmer's patio where there's food and drink. Yeah. And I think from Duke Energy, if I want to go on Sunday, I can get 2 tickets to their chalet because we have a new rep with Duke, and I'm starting to build a rapport with Lisa. Let me ask Marcus because that's right before Big Orange. So yeah, I'll see if he wants to go. Yeah, it's just tough with me with work because that's right before Big Orange. But the PNC is what, second or third week in December? Okay, so the third week now. Okay. Any word if it's
Mark, you're 15 minutes late.
when we're doing it with Charlie? Is Charlie doing it? And Tyrese? Tyrese playing? He's a part, and to be honest, he had Charlie do most of the shots. If Charlie's playing well, I mean, he took a lot of. I mean, when we saw him on Saturday, he took a lot off. Like if Charlie hit the shot, he did it.
How y'all doing?
And if Charlie made the putt, he did it. Okay.
Well, Fam was a better team, tonight. I mean, we had our chances to, escalate scores. We gave the ball away, and we didn't stop the run like we should stop the run. And I just think that, we did not capitalize on the things that we was given. And all comes back to technique, fundamentals, alignments, and assignments. We just got to do a better job of that.
Coach Vaughn Wilson from HBCU Game Day. Coach, you came in at the beginning of the season after National Signing Day and assembled this team after obviously some challenges at the beginning. How did you evaluate the team with you working with what you had to work with to come through the season?
Well, I tell you what, I'm proud of the guys, what they've been through, and having an opportunity to coach those guys was a blessing because, they started out one way and then ended up on a strong note as far as character and work ethic and being a football player. So I would say, we're real excited about, the guys that we inherited and then obviously going to get, more guys to add to this football team that we're trying to rebuild.
Back here. For you to have been a former player at BCU and now to coach in this game, what was that experience like going from player to coach?
It was great. I mean, a lot of times, people put a whole lot in games like this, which is a big deal. But we just treated this game because it's my first game as the most important game because it was the next game on our schedule. But obviously, when you're in the state of Florida, I mean, FAMU and BCU, I mean, that's a big time rival game, and it was awesome. Being my first one as a coach.
All right, one more question. How would you assess your first year as head coach at BCU?
Well, I mean, we build student athletes. I said it before. Uh, you know, I believe we finished third in the country in less few penalties, and we want to build a disciplined team first. And I think that with that being said, it shows that we're trying to do it the right way. And once you have a disciplined team, the wins are going to come.
Coach Vaughn Wilson again. Coach, this will be the first time that you'll be able to go out and recruit and have a whole full recruiting cycle, and you also have a brand new practice facility on campus. How will that enhance your ability to attract athletes to Bethune-Cookman?
Well, I'm really excited. I mean, now, teams, as far as universities, colleges, they can't use that against us. And alongside of that, being able to get a locker room so we can practice on our campus. But it's going to be huge, having the opportunity to finally go out and recruit the guys that's going to fit, our scheme. So we're real excited as a coaching staff to be able to go out and hit the ground running.
Coach James Hill with James Hill Sports. Just talk a little bit about building BCU back up, going back home, so to speak, and getting this program where you want to.
Yes, but we're going to do it the right way, and I really feel like that's the only way. And we want to build this program with student athletes, and if they do it right in the classroom, it's going to transfer, on the field. And the discipline way, I feel like that's the right way. And then obviously going out and recruit the ones that want to be here at BCU. When I was here, I mean, the guys that wanted to be here was here, and we played, tough, hard-nosed football, and those are the guys we're looking for. We're looking for the right guys, and like I say, we're gonna build it the right way.
Coach, start of the fourth quarter, you're only down 10, 17 to 7. Was it the game plan to continue with the run and mix in the pass, or were you trying to be a little more urgent and push it down?
Well, I mean, obviously execution is the key. When you have one missed block, one missed catch, one bad throw, I mean, we should have, been more sound in execution, and that's on us as coaches. And I just think, we had our chances, but we didn't seize the moment when we had opportunities to. And against a team like, FAM, any team, I mean, especially a team like them, I mean, every situation they give you, you have to seize the moment in the right situation so you can get points on the board and get the momentum. Thank you. Thank you all.
James Hill with James Hill Sports. Jimmy, just talk a little bit about the Classic, why it's so important, why everybody in Florida loves it, and what it means to you to be a part of it.
The classic. I mean, I've been here since 2019, so this is like it's always competitive, and my goal is always to win at end, no matter what our record is. So, and I always tell my guys, win, lose, or draw, I still love them. Like I'm going after this, so it's still football after me, and I just always pour into them. We're gonna get better. We gotta get better, and it means a lot to me just to be here.
Keith Hadley, Fangs Up, HBCU Digital. You mentioned this is your last classic. Could you give kind of, could you speak to what it's like to see the changes from when you first got at Bethune-Cookman to this point now where you've seen, as Vaughn mentioned, new facilities and things like that?
I mean, everything's changed. It's like I just adapt to it. It's like new coaches, new players. Some of the guys left that I've started with from 2019. It's like I just wanted to stay where I started at. So it's just like holding on to where I'm used to.
Vaughn Wilson, HBCU Game Day. Piggybacking off of his question, you know, obviously there was a point in the year where pretty much everybody had an opportunity to leave Bethune, but you guys stayed on to carry the crown of the maroon and gold. What went into that to staying and building at Bethune as opposed to, the transfer portal is the easy way for players to transfer?
I mean, I always looked at it as like I'm a transfer, I'm gonna have to start over from square one. I'm gonna go to another school where coaches don't know me, and it's like I knew I was gonna be a leader here, so it's like stay here and build where I started at. And it's just I was chosen as a captain to lead the team, and I feel like I led the team well this year.
Keith Hadley again. And we love to chide and mess with each other within the family, but it's family between family and BCU. Could you speak to what that BCU experience is and what it has meant to you as a student, but also as a person?
I mean, it mean a lot. I mean, it's a tough loss, like something I got to deal with for the rest of my life. In the football, losing to them, but I mean they deserved it. They came out, they fought. Me as a student, it's time to move on into the real world.
Huh?
Oh, we're waiting on the players. Or just checking, make sure the guys coming. No, it's definitely not my show.
Do you have a way to let the down for banging on?
Hey, they ain't gonna. Good evening, everyone. Honored to be here today. I thank you all for taking the time out. Obviously, a huge win for the program. Um, Proud of these guys for, again, just checking another box. We came into this season with a lot of goals in mind, and we've accomplished all of them so far. It's a testament to their character, their hard work, their sacrifices that they make every day. And I'm honored to be the leader of such a great group of young men. Again, 10 wins regular season hadn't been done around here in a long time, and so we're very proud of it. But as we all know, the work's not done. We've got a huge game coming up in 2 weeks, SWAC championship game. Blessed to be hosting the game on Ken Riley Field at Brad Memorial Stadium. We'll have our 24-hour rule. We'll extend it a little bit longer because we don't play next week. But once we hit the field again Monday, it's business as usual. And looking forward to rematch with Prairie View A&M. And again, it's going to be a great matchup. But all in all, proud of the guys tonight. 3 straight. Um, again, we suffered a streak there for a long time and felt pretty bad coming out of this game, and feels really good to be 3 years in a row on the front side of it. So Thanksgiving dinner tastes a lot better this year, and but I'm proud of these guys.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? So, like Coach said, 10 wins this year. First time since 1999. 10-win total. First time since 1998 getting 10 wins in a regular season. Can y'all talk a little bit about that? Terrell Jennings, you've been here, one of the longest tenure guys. Coach, you've been here, and that's your first 10-win season as a head coach. Isaiah Major, of course, you were newer guy arriving last year, but you've seen the growth of this program. Can y'all talk about how important getting those 10 wins was this year? Just a monumental achievement for FAMU football.
Well, I just think it's a testament to the work we've been putting in since those seasons. Because going to 9-2 is not a good feeling when you know you have more you can do. So I say it's a good feeling now we're on the 10-win streak. Like we have 10 wins now. We never did it. I personally haven't did it since I've been here. So it feels great to be on the win side.
To just piggyback off of what Terrell said, it's a blessing to be in the position we're in. Coming in last year as a transfer and coming up short, not being able to make the playoffs kind of hurts. So to control our own destiny throughout the season and to be where we are, it feels definitely good.
Terrell, congratulations on being named MVP after the game. I don't know if it was your mom or who it was holding up the giant poster cheering you on. To see the kind of support and the love that you had and just the excitement to show out in a game that means so much, what was in the air for you today?
I mean, honestly, I had lost my aunt 2 days ago, so like that, my heart's been heavy this whole weekend. So just playing for her and then my family just being here, it gave me an extra boost to go even harder because like I know my auntie's not here, she's watching me, so I just had to ball out for her. And then my mom, she's been coming to every game for 16 years now, so I expect less. I don't even expect less from my mom. I expect that every weekend.
Coach, just, Coach, um, something was very obvious to me on the sideline. First off, you were coaching until the last seconds went up the clock, intently coaching to the last seconds, and you were telling your message to the players was, you all still have to get it right. We may need you. There was no Gatorade bath after it. You said earlier in the season that winning this game is special, but it's not your ultimate goal. So, I mean, how did you convince your team? Because they seem to operate that way as well.
Well, it's a group effort. We have guys like Isaiah Major here, Terrell, Moose, Kamari Young, Stanley Mentor, our leaders, along with our leadership council. We understand the standard, and we don't waver from that standard. So yes, we expected to win the game. Just like we expected to win the East. We expect to be the best team on the field, and it's not just something we say. We have to work that way every day. So, they know me, and they know I'm winning is one thing, but how we win is very important. Making sure that our brand is always represented, that we're doing things the right way, and we're playing for something bigger. The first 4 years, we were playing for a playoff berth or playing for a mythical HBCU national championship. But this time we're playing for a SWAC championship. And the way we play today, obviously Prairie View will get this film. And if we're doing things that give them something that they can take advantage of, that's detrimental to us. So we got to make sure that we're always playing Rattler football, and that's following our 7 Fs. That's playing discipline. That's playing together. Not being individuals. And so whenever we fall into that mode every so often, I have to remind them, and guys like Isaiah Mays have to remind them that, hey, this is not who we are. We got to make sure we're doing the little things right. So just proud of the guys. They're growing up right before our eyes, and this journey that we started this year, we think we're going to finish it the way that we all envision doing so.
Isaiah, question for you. Kind of looking at coach's answer just now, and looking at the defense is regarded as the best, if not one of the best, in the SWAC. Just talk about the message, and then you guys only gave up 7 today, right? So talk about the message that you kind of instilled in the guys, throughout the week, trying to make sure that you guys were playing, the FAMU level of defense today.
First, I would like to correct you on the best in the SWAC, but it's challenging at times. But the guys want it just as much as I do. So to reiterate to them that I'm one of them, I'm as while being a leader, that I'm a foot soldier in the Army as well, and that's how I see it. So those guys follow along. It's kind of easy to get to them, just talking to them, elaborating that I'm here and with you. So. I mean, just situations like that, guys like Stanley Mentor, who helped me, and General Hunt, Dre Jones, my linebacker partner, Johnny Chaney. I mean, it's a collective group. It's just not me. So, but I mean, they definitely helped me out, and it works well.
I know Coach at the beginning talked about how this was just kind of another goal checked off the checklist that you set at the beginning, but when they opened that door, we can kind of hear the celebration still going on in the locker room. Can you just take us through how special winning this game is, and what the celebration is like in postgame, knowing you've gotten 3 in a row now?
Well, make no mistake about it. We turn up when we win now. I mean, yeah, we it's the Florida Classic at the end of the day, So whether it's playing for a championship or whatever, it's still the Florida Classic. So the guys are excited to win. We celebrate all wins. Wins are hard to come by. Half the teams that played football today lost, and so we never want to get to the point where we lose, focus on how important winning is. Or as a fan base, as as players, as coaches, we got to remember at the end of the day, it's always fun in the winning. And so, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna celebrate it. We give the guys 24 hours to blow it out, and we come back to work. But again, my alma mater has taken some shots this year, the head coach, because of the standard that's set there. And it's like you forget that we won. They won a lot of games, and sometimes people tend to forget that but winning is hard. It's not as easy as it. We make it sometimes look easy. Now sometimes we make it a little hard too. But again, we work for this. This isn't just something that happens. We don't just roll the football out there and just go play. Now we go early. So if anybody wants to see 6 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday and Wednesday, come and watch us, and you'll see how hard these guys go. You'll see how fast they practice, how intense it is, and that's why we've had the success that we've had. We got really good players, but these really good players work their butts off, and that's why the winning is fun, because we know how hard we work to get there. So when we do, we want to celebrate it.
Coach, when you think about what you've done this season and what it's meant to you so far and you players, what are you going to do different for the SWAC championship? Are you going to change anything, and what would you change, or what would you correct? Or I know you've seen missteps throughout the season. How are you going to fix that?
These guys answer that. We're not going to change anything. I mean, we're 10-1. I mean, we clearly done something right. But every game is a new challenge. You make the corrections. Obviously, it's going to be the same routine. We're going to get the film. We're going to break it down. We're going to watch it. They're not going to like me very much Monday morning, because we always do our discipline for penalties and things of that nature. So we're going to do that on Monday morning, and we're going to get back to work. So it's the same thought process. It's the same routine. I think these guys have responded the way they have this year because they're used to that routine. They know win, lose, or draw. It's the same Coach Simmons on Sunday team meeting. It's the same Ryan Smith, the same Joe Henry, the same Doc Gamble, the same position coaches, the same strength and conditioning coach. We we don't allow the situation to dictate how we respond. I think that's a very, very important aspect of our program. You know, we're not going to ride the wave. We're going to stay consistent in focusing on the things that matter, and that's what we're going to do. And so, you know, because it's a SWAC championship game, no, it doesn't change. Nothing changes. Our preparation will be exactly what it is. We'll change this week's schedule because it's Thanksgiving. So we'll give the guys time off for Thanksgiving like we do every year. But aside from that, when we come back Sunday of next week, it's go time.
I have a two-part question. The first part is for the players, and I want you all to kind of describe the whole Florida Classic weekend for you. You know, it's unlike a regular game. There's a lot of fanfare. You got the luncheon, which was I've never seen anything like that in my life for the luncheon, and then you have the game, and you all didn't see the halftime. It was one of the most. I've only missed one Florida Classic since '78. I've never seen that much contention in a halftime. So you all don't see that, but with the game. So just talk about the full atmosphere that you all get to experience as players and how special that is. And Coach Simmons, you know, your first head coaching job was at Prairie View, and you get an opportunity in the SWAC, different team, different side of the bracket, to actually host the SWAC championship with a chance to go to the Celebration Bowl. How special is that to you on your journey as a head coach?
The overall experience at the Florida Classic, I mean, it's mind blowing. The luncheon, just to see all the alum, the old heads, how much it means to them. Like the parking lot brawls everywhere. I mean, I'm just playing, but it really means a lot to them to come back at, you know what I'm saying, halftime and see more people in the stands. I mean, it's unreal. Me coming from Oklahoma City, I actually played in a classic game in high school, like Millwood versus Douglas. We played the Soul Bowl, so I've seen it in some forms, but magnified on this level, just to see everything that's put into it is it's a blessing.
Like my brother Isaiah said, yeah, it's amazing to see how many people care about us in this program. Shoot, like my coach said earlier, they rather us, hey, go 9-1, and win this game instead of going 10-0 and losing it. So like, it's amazing to see the support that we have behind us the whole week. I mean, from the luncheon to see how everybody's into it, even the other school. It's an amazing experience. So like, y'all have to experience one day if y'all could during the week.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see how Dr. Robinson's gonna top this one. Yeah, he let it all hang out this luncheon here. It was amazing. But no, you know, again, and I'm not thinking too much about Prairie View at this moment. You know, I'm gonna enjoy this win and celebrate with these guys and go spend some time with my family. And we'll get to Prairie View, you know, on Monday. But obviously, the old adage is hard to beat a team twice. And so, you know, the thing is, we beat them pretty handily too. And so that's the challenge for this team. And the message is, can we be mature enough to prepare for a team that we beat by 35 points, 38 points, 45-7 early in the year. So, you know, we're on a mission, and so for us, they're the next, you know, stop on that journey, and we got to make sure that we prepare the way that we need to prepare, and I think we'll be fine. This group is mature. I have no doubt that they'll come in and do what needs to be done. But we're gonna enjoy this one the next couple of days, and then we'll turn our focus to the championship.
Again, Coach Keith Hadley, HBCU Digital Network. Again, congratulations on 10-1. Hopefully, you know, it comes with a little extra change, a little extra bonus on your way. But could you speak to the impact of this winning season as far as recruiting? A lot of people may not have noticed, like you brought a plethora of recruits and some high-level recruits. I mean, some of them that 4- and 5-star students that are, you know, right around the 4 blocks away, right down the corner, coming to this game to see FAMU over going to places like Florida State and LSU and UF.
Well, you know, obviously winning helps. But I tell you what, man, I've said it numerous times. You know, Devin Richards does an amazing job of you know recruiting these young men and just contacting them weekly, inviting them to games, and making the experience great. But you know the success that we've had is attributed to these guys, right? We had to recruit Terrell Jennings out of high school. You know, Terrell had group of 5 offers and chose to come to FAMU. You know, Isaiah Major had group of 5 offers and chose to come to FAMU. We're not the number 1 defense in the SWAC, the number 2 in the nation without Isaiah Major. You know, we're not a formidable rushing attack without Terrell Jennings. And so, you know, Coach Simmons gets a lot of credit for being a really good coach. But I've called these same plays for about 15 years. They hadn't always yielded the same success that they yield now because of the level of players that we have. So recruiting is the lifeblood of any program, And again, what we're building, and we say building, which means it's continuous. You have to be able to recruit top tier student athletes to keep it going because as much as it'll hurt, this guy only got 2 more games with us. This guy to my right only got 2 more games with us, and we got to find a way to replace that production, and you do that through recruiting. So it's great to be able to see the caliber of student athletes that we've had all season long, especially at the Florida Classic today. But that's the way we're going to be able to keep this thing going.
Coach, I got a question for you. Last year at the end of the Classic, um, we all left not knowing if FAMU was going to play another football game that season. And during the Classic, you were playing for that, hoping that you was going to get that playoff berth, and obviously it ended up not happening. How confident is it, knowing that you won the Classic, which is, you say the most important game that matters the most, and knowing that you have a guaranteed another football game left to play in 2 weeks?
Well, one thing I will say, Jerry, it's a good thing you're our beat writer because you like bringing up bad moments, bro. I mean, you always got to be the bad news, man. What we talking about? No, I'm joking with you, but no, we the crazy thing we talked about that like at senior day, Nick Dixon and I were having a conversation, and the guys were talking about it even in the locker room the other day. I think Jacory was the one that said, guys, this today the Thursday practice, guys, this we didn't know last year that was going to be our last practice because we just knew going into the game we win the Classic, we're in the playoffs. And it was an extremely disappointing day to not get that large bid. But I saw a group that day that I knew that this day was coming. Like the look in their eyes when we walked out of that team meeting, I was so excited to get back to work. I couldn't wait until January rolled around to get back in the weight room because I knew I had a hungry group coming back because never again would this group allow someone else to control our fate. And that was something that we talked about all season long. So, they took care of business. They put the work in. I don't know if many of them even remember that feeling, but they just used that momentum to just fuel them to do everything that we've asked them to do. And that's why we're in the position we are today. Because again, these guys, that was a dark day for this program, but I think it ignited something in us that got us to this point.
This is for Isaiah. Isaiah, you've been already listed for post-game accolades, and you're a tackle machine. You're almost averaging 10 tackles a daggum game. But how do you stay focused? I mean, you're garnering attention, but you stay humble, you stay focused. Anytime any of us meet you, I mean, you're the most humble guy. How do you continue to remain humble when you're garnering attention from not just NFL scouts, but the media and other individuals?
Um, to be honest, it's been my path in this life. It hasn't always been the easiest road for me. I went Division II out of high school, got into, and being a child, had to grow up, had to go to junior college, learn some lessons there, which then led to here. So, I mean, I've seen it all. I've seen 5 stars come back to JUCO and lose it all. I've seen um, players go D1 from practice film in JUCO. So, I mean, I've seen it in all various ways. My first Division I game was ACC football against North Carolina. So, I mean, for that to be my first D1 game, I'm beyond grateful, and I would never take it for granted.
Coach, back here. You said at the beginning that Thanksgiving dinner's going to taste extra good. I just have to know what you're looking forward to the most. Is it the turkey, the mashed potatoes? Like, we deserve an answer. Guys, you can chime in too if you'd like, but I got to know.
Oh, well, I'm gonna eat a little bit of everything. I'm turkey, I'm fried chicken, mac and cheese, dressing, sweet potatoes, green beans, chitlins. I'm a country boy. I'm from Quincy, so any animal that's running around Quincy right now is in trouble. And we're gonna cook it every way imaginable. But no, my whole family's here tonight. That's the blessing of being one of the blessings of being the head coach at FAM, that you get to enjoy these experiences right there with our family. And it's definitely gonna be a special feeling. And we'll feed the guys too. We won't give them all the stuff that that I'm gonna be eating because it's probably not good for you. We got a championship to win, so I won't run gases when we get back, but they will. So they gotta make sure they eat a little bit healthier than me.
On that note, we won't be eating much.
Yeah, he was throwing up last game, so we gotta make sure we check on him. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.